Okay, so I am concerned about my son, Melbourne Halo Metter, that he is not being abused, that he is being well taken care of, that he is being watched and well taken care of, um, that he's not being left alone by himself, that he has not been around any abuse or violence, and that he is being well taken care of the way that I take care of my son. So I need to get him back immediately. And I'm going to get myself together, and I'm going to keep working on this evidence to get my son back with me. And I do not want him anywhere near Austin Metter, near his father. Um, After everything that has taken place, he needs to be in prison. He needs to be in jail. He is violent, and he is abusive. And his grandmother, Cynthia O'Vera, should never have tried to keep me from my son because her father was abusing me. And because his father was abusing me. And the state of Texas and the citizens, the civilians, should have never tried to leave me out when I was released from jail for protecting myself, to be abused, or for anyone to try to sex traffic me or paint me out to be a drug addicted prostitute to keep me from being able to get my son back from Cynthia O'Vera, because I took care of my son. I was a great mom, and my child was never taken by CPS. My child had to go with Cynthia O'Vera from the scene of where his father was abusing me and my son Melbourne, where I was protecting myself. And self-defense is not a crime. So when I was released from that jail, I should have been given proper stay at some sort of domestic violence shelter. I was denied into the Montgomery County Women's Shelter when I was first released. They should have made arrangements for me after they dropped the charges, being that that caused me to lose my home, because I was calling the Conroe Police Department to help us several times while Austin Metter was in my home abusing me and my son, and he was 22 months old. So when they released me from the Montgomery County Jail, I was left on the streets. And people allowed me to come into their homes, but they were trying to set me up in their homes to go back to jail because I shot a gun protecting us. So people were not looking at the fact that I was defending myself. They were trying to create a story that I was insane, and trying to be violent with me in their homes. And this is why I was denied into all of the shelters all around Texas, Houston, Texas, as well. So I was forced to go into people's homes with them starving me, abusing me, trying to sex traffic me, and then I was left outside on the streets with people trying to sex traffic me, to paint me out as this crackhead mother to keep me from getting my child back. So this is why I'm releasing all the evidence about my life. And this is why I created my channels, to tell the truth about what Austin Metter was doing, and mostly to tell the truth about myself as his mother. He's probably thinking that his mother don't want him. He knows that I want him. My baby knows I love him. I don't want to speak like that, but the things that other people will say about why Cynthia has my child, or the things that she'll say about why she has my child, are complete lies. Her son was abusing us, and I went to jail protecting us, and that's how she got my child. And she should never have tried to keep me from my son because her son was abusing us. And this is my concern for Melbourne, because if she is willing to lie and try to keep me from my son. And if the courts are willing to lie, instead of locking Austin up, if I had to shoot him in self-defense, he should be in jail. If someone has to go to that length to protect themselves from a male, then he is too violent to be in society. And even if he has changed, he still needs to pay for what he did to me and my child in our home. This has been very torturous for me and my son to have been separated because of his violence and because I had to defend myself. And for people to be running around with my child and keeping me from my child and then trying to have me all distraught, there needs to be repercussions.